Um, During this stretch, when you guys have what was it, 5 straight wins, what have you learned about your team that 4 straight? What have you learned about your team that maybe you didn't know a lot at the beginning?
Well, I think that I wouldn't say it's not anything new to us. I think we've seen progress, and we had a long way to go, but we've seen progress, and it's just a matter of the results. And so, I think what we have seen is maturity and being able to handle ourselves with poise and critical situations, and those things they can only show themselves if they come up. And so, I think. We've improved to a point where when they've shown up, we've been able to display those, and that's been very positive.
I guess the last 3 wins is indicative of that. You held the lead against VCU throughout, had a lead against LaSalle, came back from down 10 to win that, and then going in overtime
Yeah,
against Duquesne.
yeah, exactly. Three very different games, and yeah, I think that it's been a challenge. I'm proud that we've won 2 in a row on the road. That's always a challenge, and we've done it. We've done it in different ways, like every team. But there are critical times in those games where they're on a run or things aren't going your way that you have to regroup and be tough enough to go out and have a good next possession. We've done a pretty good job of that.
How much heat do either you personally or the program feel when things aren't going well, and how much? I mean, do you get a sense that obviously the more you win, the less,
Yeah.
the more that lifts?
Yeah, I honestly, I think besides the pressure that we put on ourselves and the pressure we don't put pressure on the players in that regard, but I think the pressure that we put on ourselves is pretty intense all the time, and our expectations are very high. So I wouldn't say that it was anything we would really pay attention to. I mean, there is a lot to do during the course of a day and a week and a preparation. There's 15, 16 student athletes who have a number of things that come up, a big staff. And so, we don't really, I think we really look at it from just a perspective of what can we do today to get better. And usually the games are on you so quickly, you don't have that much time for your concentration to wane.
Have you noticed? You play your starters a lot.
Yeah.
Your bench is not as deep as you would like.
Yeah.
Your starters play a lot. Jensen foul trouble. Is it
Yeah.
a product of the way games are being called, or is it a product of you guys playing better defensively?
Yeah. Well, I think probably twofold. I think we are playing much better defensively. We're putting ourselves in much better positions. So I think fouls are often caused by being out of position. And I think the better you are in position, the less chance of a foul called on you. I think also that our bench is contributing. I need to play those guys more. They need more opportunities. Our bench is contributing in some critical points. So while, Grant had his third against LaSalle with 10.5 to go, we were able to play our bench, a combination of Paul and Nathan, for 3-4 minutes so that he didn't pick up his fourth in that critical time. So I think our bench is contributing, and it's my responsibility to get those guys in there more so they can help us more.
How has this person as a maturity developed this killer instinct they've seen in these last 2 games? And how do you build upon that, especially going into Davis?
Well, yeah, I think just, confidence is really key, and our confidence is higher now than it was at the beginning of the season. So that's the biggest part of it. I think the next part of it is, maintaining your concentration. That's been something that was a challenge for us early, has gotten better, is maintain your concentration. Maintain your concentration through good plays, bad plays, momentum swings, maintain your concentration. And so I think just continuing to harp on that so that we can improve upon that.
What have you seen in the last 4 or 5 games from Nick that has
Yeah.
his game elevated to another level?
Well, he's been very aggressive. Nick is a great player who is a very good scorer. And if a scorer is not aggressive, then that really loses some of, the most important weapon they have. And he's been very aggressive. He really wanted the ball. He took big shots for us. And, that has been, I don't think it was something that was missing. I just think it's been really enhanced and developed over the last month or so.
How significantly different are you and Davison from the first meeting now coming into this one?
Yeah, that's a good question. I would just say we're more confident, and they're probably more confident. Their only loss is a 1-point loss at Dayton, which is a hard place to win. So I would just say we're both probably more confident. For us, we're probably a little bit more assured of our identity. I think they were probably more sure of that earlier on, but I think we're probably a little bit more sure of our identity.
Going back to Nick, when he's on like that, I know it's you just want to make sure they know what the plan is, but do you even kind of sit back and just let him do his thing and he'll
To a certain extent, I think so. I think that you know, when a guy is aggressive and he's playing well and he has great instincts, then you can let things happen and just make sure he's getting the touches. I think when he's not, that's when you start to try to manipulate things, and that's probably not as good for our team. So I think the more he's aggressive, the more that the ball is finding him, and the more opportunities he's creating.
So constantly balancing.
Yeah, exactly.
How will Sally's departure affect your bench?
Well, it shortens it to an extent. You know, it certainly has an impact on practice. You know, I try to look at it from the point of, you know, now that probably is, you know, even if Sally wasn't playing much, but that's maybe 2 more times Nathan Ko goes in, who I'm super high on. I think he's going to be a really good player. And so, you know, to me, that's what it does. It gives those other guys an opportunity rather than sharing that time.
Anything else, guys?
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Coach.
Good luck at Davis.